Welcome back to another episode of Cat Says No Need, where you get all kinds of nonsense and jokes. And today, I have three stories to share with you. When I was a teenager, my Chinese tuition teacher was a woman who had moved to Singapore from Taiwan. So one day we were talking about festivals. And then out of nowhere, she said in Chinese, "You people in Singapore call festivals by the wrong names." We were stunned. We were like, what did we do now? So she continued, "We're coming up to the Mid Autumn Festival, but all of you here call it the Mooncake Festival. There's so much cultural significance and historical meaning, and you reduce it to a pastry." And she wasn't done. Next, she continued, "What about 端午节? You all call it the Dumpling Festival. Do you not know that it's about the patriotic poet who drowned himself in the river to protest corruption?" Oh, this poor teacher. And then she delivered the final blow. "And the winter solstice, what do you all call it?" And we all replied very proudly, "Tang Yuan Festival." And then she went, "You Singaporeans only care about food." But she had a very good point. Okay, so speaking of winter solstice, that reminds me of another bilingual joke. And you know how I love my bilingual jokes. So this time the joke comes from my father. And winter solstice in Chinese is 冬至. So last year, I was on a video call with him, and that day happened to be the winter solstice. So towards the end of the call, he said, "I've been getting so many messages from my friends wishing me. Today is the what festival?" And I said, "Oh yes, it's winter solstice. Dong something." And he said, "Yes, yes, yes, Dong something. Just be careful not to call it Dong Sampa." Because Dong Sampa, by the way, is Malay for dustbin. And this same man, my father, once told me another story, and then he said, "You can use this in your channel." Ha 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 ha. So thank you. So he told me about a conversation that he had with his wife, my stepmother, and they were discussing what to do when they pass on. He said, "I've already pledged my body to science, so you don't need to make a funeral. But if they don't accept my body, then you need to have a funeral." And then he added very seriously, "I already know which suit I want to be dressed in. My daughter gave me a Superman costume. Please ask the Undertaker to dress me in that." It's very hard to tell this without laughing. And he said, "There'll be a lot of people coming to the wake, not because they knew me when I was alive, but because they will have heard that Superman died. They will come and check if it's the real Superman." And then he leaned in and whispered to me, "But I'll tell you a secret. This Superman costume is not genuine. You know how I know? Because the red underwear is just printed on. It's not a real underwear." So, so yeah, my teacher was not wrong saying that we care so much about food here. But we also care about language and culture and humor. And we in Singapore and Malaysia have a very wonderful and unique way that they all mix together. And to me, that's what I think makes these stories worth telling. As always, thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe and tell all your friends about this because I got the best jokes.